Hello and welcome to Leezah's Lair, and thank you very much for clicking on this video because it's a very serious topic. And this news just broke online a few hours ago, and it really underscores what happens with VR chat, where you put your headset on, and you can also have a full body VR chat experience, so that whatever your body is doing, it reflects on your avatar on screen. And so one of the persons who was using the full body VR technology began to have a seizure while in one of the virtual worlds. So it was a very serious situation for those who were watching, because they knew that that particular person was using a full body VR setup, and so they knew that it was happening in real time for that person who was having a seizure and apparently alone when it happened.
Where's Rick? Where's Rick?
Whoa, hey, what's the matter? Are you playing around or are you for real?
My sister.
Is he okay?
No, I think he's having a seizure.
Man, are you okay?
I think he's dying.
I did not want to show more of the video, but I just wanted to give a few seconds just so that you can see what happens when you are using the full body VR chat technology, that anything you happen to be doing, your avatar begins to do. And what is really kind of alarming about just the video isn't that it's live, because people are live, and when people are live online, anything can happen. But the fact that there was a tragedy taking place, and actually that person who was having the seizure ended up being okay, and was talking after the seizure ended, was talking to everyone who had witnessed it, and and coming out of whatever the process is when someone has a seizure and then the seizure ends. So that person did start talking to everyone and saying, I'm fine, I'm fine. But what is alarming about the video is that number one, that happens, but number two, the reactions of some of the bystanders. Some of the bystanders were not taking it seriously, even when it was obvious that there was a very serious crisis happening right before them, and some of them were still making jokes and making comments as if they still were not treating it as seriously as it should have been handled. And then there were also other people who did take it seriously, so that was good. In virtual spaces, so many people are engaging in a lot of attention seeking behaviors, doing things just to be overly dramatic, just to get a reaction out of others. And I think that sometimes that creates an environment where people quickly assume that whatever they're seeing on screen, that may be very serious or dramatic, they quickly assume that it's not real, that somebody is acting. And I think in the video that is very apparent, where initially people didn't know whether to take it seriously. But what happened was, once they realized that it was actually happening, and that this person was not acting, was not pretending or anything like that, that some people still did not know how to respond, and they didn't log out, and it was just a very compelling experience to watch. As I said, the person who did have a seizure live in that VR chat room is fine and was talking to everyone. But I just wanted to have the conversation on my channel. At what point, with all of this technology, are we really starting to think about what happens online when you have the equipment on your body and something serious happens to you? How does everyone respond? How do they know? At what point do you know with what you're seeing on screen that somebody isn't pretending and that it is something serious? How would you know that? And initially, you can, if you see the entire video, one person who was talking was trying to make sure that everybody else was taking it seriously, was trying to see if that person could talk and respond to them and let them know that everything was okay. But it did make me want to ask the rest of you, what do you think about, this virtual reality now that we have technology where every movement you make can be tracked and seen by others on the screen as your avatar? And some people think that that's exciting technology, but what do you think when it turns serious, as what happened, today, with somebody having a medical emergency with all of that equipment on? So put your comments below. Let me know what your reactions are. I did not want to sensationalize such a serious incident, which is why I only showed just a few seconds of what everyone else was viewing live when it happened. And thank you very much for visiting Leezah's Lair. And we discuss serious topics on this channel sometimes. So I hope that you will share your comments below and come back and watch the next video. Thank you.